Checking to see if I'm live. My computer says I am, but I don't see it on my YouTube channel. Ah. There it is. So, we are on the third part of God Wars Dungeon 1. This one is going to be Commander Zilyana. As with all the other guides, this one is going to be AFK. And again, as with all the other bosses, the setup is pretty much exactly the same for the most part, minus a couple real small tweaks here and there. You are going to be using magic. That is the one I recommend. You can do this with range as well. It's pretty much just as easy. Some people might even prefer range because Zilyana is a magic-based boss for the most part. Your overloads. Unlike Krill, you do not need anti-poisons. So just regular overloads and whatever you can use to renew your prayer will be great. 1 dose of regular overload, 1 dose of aggression, and 1 dose of renewal for your kill count. A Ripper Demon, or you can use a Beast of Burden storage familiar, such as a Yak or a War Tortoise. 1 Crimson and 1 Blue to have the space to collect them. Your Spring Cleaner. I don't believe Zilyana drops a whole lot of salvage, but whatever is there helps. Magic Note Paper. You can use it to note your Saradomin brew drops that you get. They're pretty profitable, if I can even speak English. Scrimshaw of Cruelty is not needed. That's a range one, so I'm going to put that back. Scrimshaw of the Elements is a good one for magic if you have it. If you don't have it, it's perfectly fine. You don't need it. Enhanced Excalibur for extra healing. Elven Ritual Shard for extra prayer. They're not completely necessary by any means whatsoever. Starting with 100% adrenaline is definitely not necessary. Having an adrenaline urn is definitely not necessary. I did my pet hunt without either of them. It went perfectly fine. If that's the case, make sure your adrenaline is set to automatically heal you every time whenever it drains on its own. There are options in the settings you can find that in. Cinnabanes, you cannot poison the boss, but you can poison the minions. And then your basic runes for elemental spells. I only use Air Surge on Zilyana. It's the only one that's really necessary. This can be done with tier 70 armor and tier 75 weapons. If you have it that low and if you are afraid of your health, use a Vampirism Aura. Otherwise, I highly recommend the Penance Aura, as your prayer will not heal up as fast as Krill's, as it does when you're at Krill, and the same reason for that is, as it is at Kriara, is the bones that are dropped are not very high level bones, so they will not heal a whole ton of prayer. If you really want the extra damage bonus, you can replace the Demon Horn necklace with another damage output necklace, something that's non-degradable, like the Arcane Stream is great. You can use a Blood Fury or whatever Blood Shard variant you have. You can use an Amulet of Souls, or the Essence of Finality works as well. Just for the sake of me not doing a whole ton of damage, I'm going to stick with the Demon Horn Necklace because it doesn't give any extra damage bonus. It only gives prayer bonus, and it will help just a hair when it comes to healing your prayer up. So your ability bar, for your kill count, you're going to want to do your best area of effect bar at first. So anything with chain and then dragon breath at the front is perfect. Tsunami is a great AoE ability. Most of the time, if I'm not mistaken, the wiki calculates Sunshine to be better DPS if you have it instead of Tsunami. But I don't know. I kind of like Tsunami. Only use Omni Power if you have the Igneous Cowl Medj cape, which is the magic cape from Zuck. Some of these other abilities, I have the greater variant of them, but when I was doing the pet hunt, I did not have the greater variant of them. In fact, I was using a staff, and it was regular Sonic Wave, so that's perfectly fine. That should be about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to either use the Max Guild Teleport if you have it. You can retune it, or you can go to War's Retreat. Make sure all of your stats are healed up all the way at the Altar of War or at the Max Guild Throne. Either one works. If you're worried about health, you can warm your hands at the bonfire. I don't use it unless I really, really feel like I need to. Make sure your preset is good. I'm going to bank my Adrenaline Urn. It's really not necessary. Retune your portal if it's not already to Commander Zilyana. It does cost a little bit of money. An instance, if you don't have the free instance, it costs 200k. So for the sake of this video, I will bank all of my coins except for 200k. This time I kind of want to see how much I make from salvage drops and alks. I know I didn't really show the loot from the last krill. I stopped at about 20 minutes in, but you know, once you see me AFK it, it's really not necessary. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by put it on Soul Split and Torment. You're going to do Overload, Aggression, and Prayer Renewal. Turn on Auto Retaliate. And get your kill count up. I like to stay down here. It's a little bit safer, but up here there's more monsters and technically it does go faster. But it's a little bit more dangerous as well because there's so many monsters here in this area. So down here is perfectly fine. It's still fast enough. You'll still do it before your overload runs out. That's really all that matters. Something I haven't mentioned before in the other two is every boss room does have an altar at it. It's usually pretty much on the far side from the entry door to the boss room. This Saradomin room's a little different, but typically you'll go into the boss room with the other three and it's all the way to the left. this one is all the way straight back from the door instead. You just follow this path on all of them and you'll run right into it. So I'm only poisoned because of the kill count. You won't get poisoned in the boss room, so if you really want to, you can also bring 1 dose of anti-poison so that you can get rid of the anti-poison as well. It doesn't last very long, especially if you're using Soul Split, it won't matter anyways. So once you have the kill count, you're going to come in here. Do the instance encounter. See, I already made 40k just off of kill count. I started with exactly 200k, so 40k. And I have the free one, but we can pretend like I paid 200k. So, open door. I didn't even really care to check the options. I kind of just think I had them right. Do all your pots. You're familiar. Activate your aura. I'm going to use penance. Since I brought the Scrimshaw of the Elements, I'll use it just because. Typically, Scrimshaws will cost a little bit of extra money. It all depends on how you feel about spending it. The most significant drops from Commander Zilyana are the Saradomin hilt, as well as the Armadillo crossbows, the main hand and the offhand variants. Zilyana doesn't have any particular drops that are really anything, special otherwise. Still haven't found the best place in the world to stand for Zilyana yet, but it's looking like since she spawns right around here, this might be the square here. If you go straight back from the wall right next to this pillar here, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles, it looks like. I'm going to try that out for a little bit, just for the sake of the stream. Standing here is not necessary by any means. It's completely 100% AFK, pretty much no matter what. Remember to always examine the drops that you get so you know if you're going to profit off the drops or not. I'm going to try right here. I didn't mention the amulets, but they are drops from Zilyana as well. They typically only come out to a couple 100k each. But the amulets are also used to make the dungeoneering version of the amulets. They're used to upgrade them. It used to be that they're not, but then now all 3 are used to upgrade to the dungeoneering versions. So I'm actually standing straight back from the door now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's tough to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that looked like it worked the last time. Yeah, That looks like it works. So 5 tiles there. And hey, that's actually a good place to loot as well. So a little bit of learning experience. However, when I did my boss hunt, I stood in that corner right there for all 4,000 kills for my boss pet. Since then, I've just kind of been, you know, experimenting with the location that I should stand just a little bit. I forgot how many potions that Zilyana drops. Honestly, it's really good. So if you're not really sure that 200 will be enough of magic note paper, bring a lot more. I'm going to switch over to my 1v1 bar. That is more so. That is more recommended against Zilyana than any other bar. But make sure to keep chain on front, especially if you have greater chain, because Omni Power will take out all the minions right after if you have greater. Something to note is that if you can do it AFK, then that means you can also do it on mobile. There's zero problems either way. This is my 1v1 bar that I use for Zilyana anyways. Really all the God Wars bosses. That's if I choose to use a 1v1. I like to use a area of effect bar at Krill. But as you can see, I'm doing perfectly fine. Zilyana drops monkfish, which are okay with healing, but she also drops summer pies. Wow. See, that happened with the minion, where I aggroed onto the minion instead of the boss. However, I still killed all the minions really fast, and so it really didn't matter too much. That didn't happen at all during my full hour at Krill yesterday. But if you're really not comfortable after it, after you aggro onto the minion, you can just aggro back. You can just click on Zilyana. That's about the most clicking you'll ever have to do, other than redoing your overloads and using note paper on potion drops, for the most part. So I guess I could just stream this one for the full hour. I'll just do it just for the sake of it. If you just want to be able to hit your spacebar button, you can collect the stackable darts and arrows as well, so that way you don't have to worry about any of it. Make sure you leave some space for the potions to come into your inventory. Something I learned when I did my krill is the river demon actually gives attack experience for whatever reason. I mean, cool, I guess, you know. I'll try this with smoke tendrils, see what happens. Just kind of want to know, really. Made me curious. I kind of want to test tendrils instead of asphyxiate. Don't think that's worth it though. It's probably not worth it. See, I started with 200k coins, so I'm already at 349k, plus I have all these really expensive potions. See, I think tendrils is causing me to lose more health than I would like. So, yeah, no thanks. Hopefully I'll just be able to heal back up with just Soul Split. But if not, I'll grab a piece of food that drops and I'll eat it, and it'll be perfectly fine. This place drops plenty of food. Ranar seeds, 3K. Never would have thought. Now, if you if you are starting to feel like you're going to run out of space soon, you can drop any of your darts or arrows. I typically don't actually pick these up, but they drop a lot of them. Like, see right there. It's just a crap ton. It also looks as if you could stand under that guy right there and still be 100% AFK. I'm willing to test it, but I like being able to stand there and loot everything. See, that's a summer pie right there. Right there, summer pie. Are those the steel darts? They sure are. Wow. Okay, so I can still reach all the loot right there. That's nice. Oh, I'm tired. I had a long day at work today. See, that's another one of those weird situations where aggroed onto the minion instead of the boss. I have a seed aside in my tool belt, and I guess technically I could destroy these seeds instead of picking them up, which I might just set to that. Yeah. Renars are 3K, Regalies are 1K. I don't need any of those. Great. Make sure you have Corruption Blast in front of Combust if you have it. It's kind of the mistake I'm making there. That is really interesting. I AFK'd a new personal best speed kill. By 1.2 seconds. I don't think I've ever expected that. experiment with something. See if there's a walking distance damage. That was a 31-second kill. That's sad. Oh, crap. If there's a walking distance damage, it's still not worth it, apparently, because the Greater Chain will allow the Omni Power to kill all the minions. Like, immediately. That doesn't look like walking distance damage to me. $514 is not anything. Super happy with the coin pouch right now. This bar is kind of the reason why I like to have AoE bars, because it's so similar to AoE bar anyway. Oh wow, that was really bad. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. 37 seconds. Oh, I'm going back to combust. I'm glad that was just a test. Wow, I'm not even overloaded. Maybe that was why, though. I don't know. That was a really weird one. I'll try it one more time with magma instead of combust. Just want to see if it actually is worth anything. What are the stats on it? 25 to 30%, 25 to 31%. It's almost the same. Five hits, 8 hits. Ooh. No, this one's better. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. I would have never guessed that that would be better without looking at it. So I'll do that then. Kind of am curious about it now. It's nice to have. I really don't think I need Sunshine on there. I could put Magma Tempest there and do that. Oof. That's not good. Ah, oh, such an awkward kill right there. Maybe the next kill will be better. Or in a couple kills, hopefully. It's nice to have the constant bleeding, at least, the Magma Tempest. That's actually really nice to have. Oh, I think she's going to spawn before then. Yeah. These are fast kills, you know. Nothing wrong with them, really. Give me a Zilly first hit. There you go. Oh, that's a fast kill. That felt faster. Ooh. Yeah, that felt nice. So Magic pretty much has 3 bleeds now. That's really interesting. It acts like a bleed basically, but it's a really an area of effect. It's quite interesting. Never knew anything about Magma Tempest. I'm gonna do this. I want to see what that does. No. Baloney. Of course it's on the kill that I aggro the minion first. Going aggro on the minions makes the kills really slow. There we go. I think what happened is since Magma Tempest was active, it took away the Omni Power hit in the Greater Chain effect. Alright, this arena has expired and the bosses will no longer spawn. So, price checker. I'll do that. Let's take out the magic note paper. Take that out. Ooh. I need to withdraw that. So I technically would have paid 200k for the instance. Take that out, take out the magic note paper. So overall, 1.8 mil and an amulet. So that's assuming you don't get any like good drops. 1.8 mil an hour for a boss that's as old as this. That's not bad. However, I don't like the ammo drops, so I'll just drop them. Interesting. No Godsword Shard this time. And the final part of the God Wars Dungeon 1 will be General Gardor or Bandos.